after Luis Elizondo resigns from his position with AATIP and leaves the Pentagon, he shares 3 declassified videos recorded by Navy pilots with his new colleagues at To the Stars Academy. The first object, known as Tic Tac, was caught on radar in 2004 off the USS Nimitz at an altitude of 80,000 feet. As Navy F-18s approached the object, it descended to within 1 foot of the water in seconds. We don't have this capability of dropping 80,000 feet within a matter of seconds, hitting a velocity of Mach 20. So we now know that there's some kind of propulsion system that exceeds the capability of our own rockets. Naval aviator Lieutenant Chad Underwood was ordered to pursue the object in an F-18 equipped with a sophisticated FLIR video system. The object looked featureless, and that's why I called it the Tic Tac. It looked like a tic tac. It had no wings, no method of propulsion, and on your forward-looking infrared pod, all it is tracking heat. So you would typically see engine exhaust coming out of one of the ends of the aircraft. Not seeing any of it. The object was changing altitude, airspeed, things that my FLIR and my radar were having difficulty tracking. And then at the end of the encounter is when you see it dart off to my left on the FLIR pod. And that's when I was like, whoa, what just happened? The other 2 videos Elizondo brought to his colleagues at To the Stars Academy were equally groundbreaking, known as Gimbal and Go Fast. Both videos were taken by Navy jets from the USS Theodore Roosevelt near the Florida coast in 2015. All 3 videos show objects moving in ways that defy the known laws of physics. These objects can zigzag effortlessly, defying the known laws of aerodynamics. These objects can effortlessly accelerate up to 20 times the speed of sound. They have no visible means of propulsion. So what could it be? Well, the short answer is, we don't know. The phenomena had unusual flight characteristics, unusual vectors, speed, being able to hover and move. The fact that the Chinese, or the Russians, or anyone else would have that kind of capability, and we wouldn't know about it, is pretty slim. As head of AATIP, Elizondo was able to have the videos declassified, but they had never been made public. His involvement in To the Stars Academy offered a new opportunity to share the remarkable information collected at the Pentagon. To the Stars, their goal was that they were gonna crack it all open, and they were going to open up the truth that the government knows about. These unidentified aerial phenomena that have a technology that does not exist in terms of human production. To the Stars Academy, to their credit, brought Lou Elizondo, together with Chris Mellon, Department of Defense official, Senate intelligence insider, and then they go to the New York Times with this blockbuster story about the U.S. government's interest in investigating UFOs. Chris Mellon arranged a meeting with Leslie Kean, a best-selling author who had spent years trying to draw mainstream media attention to UFOs. Mellon and Elizondo revealed to Kean the existence of the secret AATIP program and promised her access to the videos if she could place the story with the New York Times. Leslie Kean is very well connected politically. Her uncle Thomas Kean was the former governor of New Jersey and headed up the 9/11 Commission. This gives you an idea of just how plugged in to the political network. Leslie is. So when Leslie was contacted by Lou Elizondo and Chris Mellon, she then teamed up with Ralph Blumenthal, veteran New York Times reporter, and Helene Cooper, again from the Times. Ralph Blumenthal came to know Leslie Kean while working on his book, The Believer, a biography about alien abductions. Researcher Dr. John Mack, when he heard about the government's AATIP program, he was eager to help break the story. Well, it was clearly a great story for the New York Times. A secret Pentagon unit investigating UFOs after the government was supposed to be out of the UFO business, but of course never really was. Blumenthal pitched the story directly to the New York Times managing editor Dean Baquet, and on December 16, 2017, Leslie Kean, Ralph Blumenthal, and Helene Cooper's groundbreaking report about the Pentagon's mysterious UFO program made the front page of the New York Times online edition. We had it nailed down chapter and verse, the people involved it in, on the everything on the record, the documents. So this hit all the benchmarks. We had the Navy videos, which we were able to put on the Times website, and they garnered more views than almost anything in Times history. This was a real turning point in the United States, because the New York Times has always said that they are the guardians of the truth. Suddenly, the New York Times is actually reporting on UFOs. This really shows that UFOs and the study of UFOs and the investigation has entered the mainstream. Las Vegas, Nevada, May 15, 1989. Who among us has not heard about an alleged UFO cover-up? On local TV station class, investigative reporter George Knapp interviews a man going by the name Dennis and shot in silhouette to hide his identity. The man claims to work at the secret military installation that the U.S. government still maintains does not exist, and according to him, the base does, in fact, hold extraterrestrial spacecraft. Exactly what's going on up there? Well, there's several, actually 9, flying saucers, flying discs, that are out there of extraterrestrial origin. Here was someone who claimed to have worked at Area 51, back engineering, alien technology, UFOs that had crashed, possibly at Roswell, and trying to figure out how they worked, and then maybe building one ourselves. Narrator, frightened that the government might try to harm him if he remains anonymous. The whistleblower and reporter George Knapp wrestle with the idea of revealing his name the day that we unveiled his identity to the world. He's in the station, and he grabs the tape. He said, "I've changed my mind. Not gonna do it." Right up to the end, he was fighting it and arguing with himself about whether it's a good idea, even though his life had been threatened. His life had been turned upside down. In the end, the whistleblower decided to come out of the shadows and reveal his name, Bob Lazar. The one good thing Bob Lazar did was came forward with George Knapp in 1989, on May 15th, and by doing that, he protected himself. He was scared for his life, and he protected himself by telling you what happened to him in one shot straight up. From that day onward, Bob Lazar has remained the most controversial UFO whistleblower in history, and going public came at a heavy price, a price many believe was exacted by a government determined to hide the truth. about Area 51. Not only was Bob's house broken into, and they moved stuff around, they'd write things on the wall. He's got an Uzi peeking out the window. The fear was real. The threats that were made against him were real. The surveillance was real. Faced with such harassment, Lazar retreated from public view for decades. I don't like being in the public eye. I don't have money for doing this, and quite frankly I could make up a better lie, but I have no motivation to lie. But if Bob Lazar's claims are true, just how much could he expose about what's really going on at Area 51? On December 4, 2018, Lazar finally decided to end years of silence and tell his full story to filmmaker Jeremy Corbell in an explosive documentary entitled Bob Lazar, Area 51, and Flying Saucers. In the late 1980s, the U.S. government had recovered alien spacecraft, several of them, and the technology in the Nevada desert that they were keeping quiet and analyzing. That's a fact. That's all my story was that I was just one of the people working on these craft. There probably wouldn't be this awareness of Area 51 without Bob Lazar. And now we have the film, and suddenly he's back in the media and the public eye. Narrator: the most extraordinary technology that Lazar claims to have encountered at Area 51 was an alien reactor, one that he believes has the potential to change the world. Speaker 2: the first time they showed me the reactor in operation, just seeing something like that, it immediately starts that whole chain reaction in your mind, going, wow, wait, if you can do this, we don't need jet and rocket engines anymore. That means there's no use for cars. I mean, boom, the whole thing changes. The entire world, the economy, everything would go end on end, just if we had an answer to how that machine worked. The Pentagon's UAP task force, along with the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, submits to Congress its long-awaited report entitled Preliminary Assessment, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. The simple 9-page report represents the most direct and substantive U.S. government account of UAPs ever made public. The headline is that, out of 144 reported encounters, only one UAP was identified as a large deflating balloon. The other UAPs remain unexplained. I thought that report was tremendous, a tremendously important step forward, 'cause to me it says two things: UFOs are real, and two, they're not ours. I thought it was an astonishing report, and it spoke volumes. We got 144 cases. We can't figure out 143 of them. It's monumental. I mean, it is a watershed moment. We're giving cover and relief for folks who are in the intelligence community now and work for our government, and folks who have served, and pilots who can now talk about this thing. It's only a preliminary assessment. Some people in the UFO community were a bit disappointed because it wasn't disclosure, but what it did say was, I think, very encouraging and important. It essentially said that whatever UFOs are, some of these sightings demonstrate advanced technology, and this, in one sense, is a form of disclosure. It's certainly taking this further than it's ever been taken before within government. It's quite an admission. Of the 144 reports that the UAP task force reviewed, The bulk of the sightings had occurred between 2019 and 2021. After the Navy reporting protocol was put into effect, but perhaps what is most compelling is the revelation that out of the 144 reported UAP sightings, only one sighting has been explained. Only one out of them has been shown to be spurious. That indicates to me that we're sitting on a gold mine of incidences that cannot be explained using the normal metrics. We're talking about incidences that are beyond the stretch of our imagination, that indicate new laws of physics opening up, and we physicists are just dying to get access to it. The report established 5 potential explanatory categories: airborne clutter, natural atmospheric phenomena, U.S. government or American industry developmental programs, foreign adversary systems, and a category for UAP reports that require additional analysis, simply called other. Other simply means beyond the known technologies of today, which could be extraterrestrial, or who knows. But I think the military is now admitting other could mean extraterrestrial, although the word extraterrestrial never appears in the report. Many observers believe it contains one very profound statement. There's a bombshell quote in the report that a lot of people have missed, and it says essentially that we may have to fundamentally change our understanding of the laws of physics to figure out what's going on here. We may require additional scientific knowledge to successfully collect on, analyze, and characterize some of them, pending scientific advances that allowed us to better understand them. This is not a sci-fi novel. This is a government report. That was the thing that most stuck out to me as jaw-dropping. Our current science, our current tech, can't understand some of these. The government said that, additional scientific knowledge could mean knowledge beyond the known laws of physics. In other words, a technology thousands of years more advanced than ours. The UAP report received mixed reactions from the public. Some were stunned by the government's admission that it couldn't explain so many of the unidentified objects seen in the sky, while others felt it contained nothing of substance. But for UFO investigators, the report represented validation that was long overdue. The UAP report that came out in June 2021 was revolutionary for the world of UFOs, because for the first time in the history of the United States, the government of the United States has released a statement in which the whole UFO question is addressed, and the bottom line is that the U.S. government knows what our adversaries are capable of. And in this report, it says it's not them. I have more hope. It doesn't change the dangerous relationship that I have with several whistleblowers who have, I am telling you, substantial information, not about just one type of non-human. There are a lot. That's the part that keeps astonishing me. New Delhi, India, January 2010. The India Space Program announces plans for their first manned trip to the moon. China, Russia, and the United States all have similar plans in the works. There are also numerous planned missions to Mars, currently in development by both private and public organizations. In the midst of this new fervor for space exploration, on April 7, 2015, NASA chief scientist Ellen Stofan makes a bold statement concerning the discovery of extraterrestrial life. I think we're gonna have strong indications of life beyond Earth within a decade, and I think we're gonna have definitive evidence within 20 to 30 years. When we look at that statement and we compare it with the new lunar and Martian missions that are coming up, we have reason to believe that we may be getting prepared drip by drip for an open, public acknowledgement of the reality of a secret space program that has been in existence throughout much of the 20th century and only now is going to be revealed to us. I don't think MJ-12 is the only thing that's been kept secret, and I think the disclosure process needs to go way beyond MJ-12 because it's just a tiny portion of the secrets that this country lives in and with, and my goal is to find the truth. I don't care what the truth is. I want to find the truth. Once this knowledge is revealed to us, it will fundamentally propel us into a Star Trek age. Almost overnight, we will have the ability to travel throughout our solar system, perhaps travel outside our solar system. We will learn that we are not alone in the universe. I can understand that many will have a problem believing me, and all I can say is that I've had these experiences. I know them to be true, and one of these days this information will be revealed, and you will know it to be true. Could there really be a government agency known as the Majestic 12? And if so, is it helping the United States in league with other nations to pave the way for future communications between mankind and its extraterrestrial counterparts? According to numerous top-secret documents, the answer is a profound yes. And the ultimate proof may very well be waiting for us when we venture back to the stars and begin the next phase in human evolution, the colonization of other planets.